What's good with the YouTube? You already know. Big Flacco with a convicts reaction, where we smash, dash, and react. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all those things to help support this channel, and hit that bell notification for future fire reactions, man. Come on, guys, subscribe to the channel, man. Let's get this channel pushing, man. So, I'm gonna do a reaction to EBK Family's video on Lucipher, Moreno, the Clifford Manor locals. One that I've known for probably over 20 years now. Okay, first and foremost, the reason why I'm doing a reaction is I think I can add a little bit of insight into who Moreno is, Lucipher, as an as who he was as an active gang member. Okay, because I was with him in the trenches, I had a lot of experience, and I think EBK's video was really good, especially from a hood standpoint. Everything that he said about Lucipher is true. The dude is a straight killer. He's with the shit, but he's doing this family thing now. Okay, so please let me turn this volume down because people keep on messaging me. They don't know when just to leave me alone. So good video though by Moreno though. And I actually reached out to him. I said, hey, I want to do a reaction video to it, man. I don't want you know what I mean? I don't want to think that I'm just doing it because he's doing a video. I'm doing it because me and Lucipher, we were good homeboys, man. You know what I'm saying? We rock together. You know what I'm saying? I know stuff about him that, and he knows stuff about me that, I'll never ever talk about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure it's likewise with him. And he's a solid dude, man. So that's why I'm doing a reaction, guys. It's out of respect for Lucipher. First and foremost, when I met Lucipher was in 2003. He was fighting some major cases. One of them he beat. I'm not going to talk about that, right? But out there in Santa Cruz County. Now, he was popping doors, getting off of correctional officers, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, man, over there in Santa Cruz County, that they could not contain him. That they made him stay in Santa Cruz County Jail and would pick him up for court and go back and forth. I shit you not. So when he got there, I was the authority in charge of the main jail. Chuco was in the old jail, but he had just got there and his communications were very vague. Eventually, Chuco used to communicate with me in code, riddle code, believe it or not, for a minute, and then I did kites here and there. That's when I started having people go visit and communicate with through visiting that way. But in any event, right? In any event, these are what happened, right? The issue happened from here is that I found out he's a hermano. He plugs in. We know a lot of the same people. We click. Okay. I was set to bail out and then go into some type of program thing to try to beat my case when I was fighting the second strike. So I was going to have him as my protege to take over my position. You know what I'm saying? To run the county jail. So, which he ended up taking my position when I left. So eventually we had some stuff going in there where we had this Africano that was a dog move named C. Now, eventually, I had already tried to get this dude one time in the past where I tried to close the shower door while he was about to come out. I told everybody that they were going to pass, but I got caught. You know what I'm saying? So, Lucipher was seeing how this dude was disrespecting us, talking shit about DB and all kinds of stuff. And this is when DB was still active. Regardless of what I may have felt about DB, I still had to rock and back his play. So, Lucipher obligated to take the dude out. He goes, I'll stab this motherfucker. He goes, I'll pop the fucking door just like I do over there. And I go, all right, let's get you a piece and let's get ready. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, I had to really, I tried to do it before. And even though I would have probably gotten in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know how to really pop the doors like Lucipher did. So he was going to do it. So I said, let's get you a piece and let's get ready and let's go handle it. You got the green light to go ahead and do it. Eventually, this dude fucking C started fucking, he knew that we were going to get his ass. He ends up kicking the fucking tray slot so many times while classification came that he ended up breaking it. They ended up moving the fucking PC. Now, eventually, I'm there, fourth floor. I'm a hot boy like a motherfucker in the county jail, right? Because they were really on me. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with like 10, 12 correctional officers outside and inside my fucking cell. Or sheriffs, whatever you want to call them. I forgot what they were. And fucking rolling me up. They were hoping to find fucking paperwork on me. But I used to sleep with my paperwork already put away. You know what I'm saying? At all times. So they didn't find me. I get moved to Little Max. Lucipher takes over my position. I end up billing out about a month later. No, not a month later. I was there for about a couple months. Like 3 months later, maybe 4 months later. I don't remember. I bail out. And Lucipher ends up fucking coming to my cell after I leave. Believe it or not. You know what I mean? So I'm on the streets. I come back in. And I get to San Quentin. I get sentenced to fucking 32 months, right? I have like about, I think 10 months credit. So I got to do, let me see, the remaining 22, I got to do about 17, 18 months left, right? So I get to San Quentin within 3 days. I come in the county jail, they put me in an observation cell, which means they had me away from everybody. They had me in those cells that were all by themselves right next to the cafeteria. But I had my own TV, my own phone, and my own everything, because I was in the observation because I was high profile. I get to San Quentin like that within 3 days because they wanted me out of there, right? I get there. Guess what happens though? They don't have my C file. I get out there to fucking reception, right? So I'm out there in reception. This is when fucking Baby G, Eric Zarate was out there, Smokey. Baby G was just a fucking kid. He was just learning about the cause and struggle and had just got embraced. And then Sparks was there from Salas. And all these dudes were getting at me because Sparks was in the county jail in Santa Clara County. And so Sparks had the section and shit. So I was kind of overseeing him there while I was there because we had to do a pegada on this dude that used to be a homeboy that was cleaning out wood. So there was another old homeboy from Chole that was a bro. And, they kind of tripped on me because I told him I wanted this many people. I wanted the dude to get hit with a piece. And then that I wanted everybody to have like about at least 2 soldados to fucking drop the pieces after we hit them because it's going to kick off. You know what I'm saying? Or, drop them before. And the other homeboys were like, nah, you're doing too much. I said, nah, fuck it. If we're going to go at it with these dudes, let's go at it. Let's make it worth it. I ended up getting rolled up after being out there for a week. I got to go to yard, all that shit, man. So it was like a privilege to be out there in reception. I knew they were going to come for me, but I didn't know when. So when I get there, next you know, Lucipher drives up. I'm like, it's my, Lucifer starts singing his song, sitting in my cell, my four-corner cell with my cellie stressed out, wondering why you haven't responded to none of my letters. I've been sending 602s to the mailroom just last night. That's how he used to sing. That was his song, right? But he was dope. It came out good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's not fucking Lucipher. Listen to his fucking ass, man. What's up, homie? What's up, Flax? We chop it up. We both hit the yard around the same time. Right? Get to the yard. I see his ass coming. I'm like, what the fuck? Because he was thin. When we was in the county jail, he was thin, He was told me he had to work out. I go, what the fuck happened? I left you quit working out. He's a little fucking fat boy now. Now, he looked like Doughboy. A little short Doughboy at that time. So we touched base. And at that time, we were on the yard for maybe 3 weeks with Bubba, 2 weeks. And immediately when I got there, I took over the position as RA because they just pulled Green Eyes from Salas as an insole, and they wanted me to show him the ropes because he was the RA, but he was still learning. So I took the RA position, was working with Bubba, and then when Bubba left his position to me, which was pretty much the AIC of the whole prison because at that time the RC at the time was Fred Dog from Salas, but Fred Dog was sick and he'd be gone for 3 weeks. And so Fred Dog used to gave me jurisdiction to act and make decisions if I felt needed, and that he would back my play. So he'd be gone for like 2-3 weeks at a time sometimes, and by then we were dealing with all these issues. And because he was sick and the cancer was going to his head, I would try to limit what was put out there to him. Fred Dog ended up passing away in Corcoran. But prior to this, there was a homeboy from Saho who was on freeze. I'm not going to mention his name because everything got sorted out, but there was like 2 issues I had with this dude because he was mad in the county jail. He was deemed no good. And then Chuco reevaluated this case because he was deemed no good by Caja Rodriguez. So while I'm there, he's on walk alone still. And then so I go tell homeboy, I said, from now on, you're going to have to report to me. Right? He got pissed off and was in a walk alone cage and was fucking fuming. Right? And then he's like, no, whoa. And then Green Eye started arguing. Now this is what Bubba told me. You know what I'm saying? Bubba told me fucking Flock is going to take over the fucking whoa. This dude was just a northerner, but he was educated, right? So here comes fucking Lucipher, Listo from fucking Santa Rosa, fucking Half-Jet from Santa Rosa. I don't know if Short Daniel was there, but there was a lot of good hit bros on the yard. And Listo was the most firmest one out of all of them. Listo was had that military shit. Like he was pulled as a C. He got hit on the yard by mistaken identity. Then, right, he got pulled as a C, and then it was invalid, revoked because a lot of people's statuses got revoked. I'll go into a video on that. And they shut down fucking homeboy. Then here comes Fred Dog. He finally comes out after he hasn't been in the yard for 2 weeks. And Fred Dog said, nah, Flacco was supposed to take over Bubba's positions, and we already talked about it. And as soon as homeboy heard that, he felt stupid because that dude was the RA at the time. So with Lucifer, he backed my play on that, man. He didn't like homeboy. He really wanted to get him up with homeboy. They were feuding as RAs. So Lucifer's my boy, right? I'm like, okay, I gotta start preparing someone. I've been there for about 3 months. I've been holding this position, and it's a position of authority there because everything that's designed within that prison is basically coming from me. All the directives have to come from me. All the kites would only be opened by me or Fred Dog. But after a while, I couldn't even get a hold of Fred Dog, so I was taking care of all this stuff. Like when Flaco Zubiate sent a fucking kite, you know what I'm saying? I really had to fucking not say too much because I didn't want to get in the cross when fucking Payaso from fucking Rebel City got there. He'd been incommunicado with the Garnales. His contacts were fucking Rock and fucking what's his name? Roach. They had just flipped. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't know this. So I had a lot of delicate issues. And Nagoya from San Fran was there. You know what I'm saying? Which Nagoya was supposed to have been pulled as a C, right? Which he later got his C status, right? So me and Lucifer were like, okay, let's go. I'm gonna put him in position so he feels like he's not being fucking signaled out based upon the fact that his status has been revoked, right? Because he didn't even know what to do when I told him his status wasn't being honored as an F member. So we elected to put him into a maestro position. And when we seen the writings and the stuff like this, we decided to take that position back, me and Lucifer. I couldn't have that done. It was I was shocked, you know what I'm saying, at the level of comprehension, you know what I'm saying. So it got pulled from him, and so at that time we had a lot of stuff going. Like the main thing when Bubba left right, he said Flox. He goes, make sure that we don't go in debt with the tobacco, and right, make sure our tiendas are fucking stocked. I took care of all that. Previously, Dencho put, I guess, the household maybe in debt. I wasn't there, but that's what I heard. So I had a couple rules. You weren't going to buy no personal pouches when you went to ICC. You know what I'm saying? None of that. We would, every once in a while, we'd give the manpower a break, right? As far as we would give them, okay, we're going to let you pay price this week. You have the option to buy one, but not all the time because we had to generate income. Or we would charge real low because we were getting the pouches, I think, at 5 on a rack stamps, and we were selling for 60 because nobody had them. Reception Center didn't even have them. The woods, there was no woods really going to the yard, right? So they didn't have them. There was no blacks going to the yard, so the only ones going to the group yard was on our yard, and that's before they came out there. Now Lucifer elects to go with Little Danger from Watsonville and buy some tobacco patches and gets caught, and it gets reported to me. So there was a conflict over this because later on another dude that was claiming to be a C came there and he tried to fucking run an investigation with another dude. I shut down that dude. I told him you need to pump your brakes here. I pretty much got at Chino from Santa Rosa. I got at him harsh on paper, and he kind of respected it though. He goes, but he was saying this is R&I. I'm just trying to investigate. I go, bro. It's not his business what I do, how I discipline anybody. He thought I didn't discipline homeboy. I go, homeboy got disciplined a fucking essay, 1,000 jumping jacks next yard, and fucking 30 days of no tobacco. I put Lucifer in danger on because I had to set an example. But I don't have to explain to him how I DP'd him. It's not his fucking business. And the fucking dude kind of backed up off me. He goes, as a matter of fact, it's not even your fucking business. And I came at him like, because I knew he had just got pulled and there was question marks if his status was valid, which later on I was told that I got put in a cross to where I kind of left him in charge. You know what I'm saying? When I left, because it was kind of he was claiming he got pulled allegedly, I think, by Wino from Oakland, but everybody knows that everybody Wino got pulled by. At that time, there was a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? But in any event, that happened. Now, Lucifer also was the one who stood next to me and was my security when I went to go talk to the BGFs when they came out to Yard when we were reintegrated. When I talked to, I think it was Knockout from Oakland. Johnny Benson was on the yard, Boo Rogers, and a couple other cats, Little G, all BGF cats. We went to establish our little arrangement, have our little conversation. It was just me and Lucifer. And Lucifer was also there when fucking G asked me, why did Tiny from West Oakland get moved on? And fucking Lucifer fucking said Lucifer told G's a little short Jama cat, right? Youngster too. He goes, fucking, he knows why we fucking moved on him. And fucking they didn't say nothing about it because we just had a black civilian removed for disrespecting the Goya. But and me and Lucifer were the ones that pushed it. So a lot of things when I would go over there to go talk, I would bring either Lucifer or Half Dead. You know what I'm saying? Then Shortano got there too as well. So we had some good brothers there. Mousy from Morgan Hill was there. Um, and out of everybody, I felt Lucifer needed to it'd be a good position for him to hold. And so he ended up leaving, but that was the extent of our relationship. I see him about 2 years later when I'm coming through on reception after the homeboys got off with the Kumis, and then he ran everything down to me. You know what I'm saying? Shot me a care pet package and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And we did some time together. You know what I'm saying? A total maybe like shit over a year, 14 months together, going to the yard, hanging out. And there, like I said, he's with that action, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't take nothing from him. He is, as we already know, he caught his case in the county jail, and a carnal that was more senior to him ended up turning his back on him, man. Doughboy. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. And Doughboy had been a carnal, I think, at that time, maybe for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? What Doughboy said in the paperwork that he was scared of fucking Lucifer. Literally. You know what I'm saying? It was shocking to read that paperwork. I was surprised when I seen that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Doughboy too. Me and him were communicating when I was in corporate in I think '05. So you can't take nothing from Lucifer. He's definitely with the shit. There was rumors that he was fucking a writer, but he's not. He wants to do the family thing. He doesn't care if you're active or inactive. If you want to fuck with him and be cool, he's gonna fuck with you. If not, stay out of his way because he's not one to be played with. You know, I've heard the allegations about using. I never seen it when I was with him. What he did later on in life in prison, I can't comment it because I wasn't there. But from my extent, my experience with him, he was a good dude, man. Solid, righteous all the way around, man. One that I trusted. EBK did a good job. He stayed within the lane of what he knew about him, which is all hood stuff. And everything he said about Lucifer is all facts. The dude is with the shit, man. Much respects to everybody out there. Much respects to Lucifer. If you're listening to Lucifer, tap in, brother. With that said, I'm gone.